Hey guys, it's me, 8444. Today, guys, we're back at the channel, guys. Today, guys, we'll be doing my weekend preview for this week. We got a lot of good games this weekend. So if you guys are new around here, remember, guys, hit the subscribe button down below. Like this video to enjoy. Comment down your thoughts in the comment section below. And you guys have been noticing, guys, I've been doing a lot more editing with my videos, And so if you guys do enjoy the editing, let me know in the comment section below. I'll be trying to do this more often. So that being said, let's go and get started. So let's go with the first game we have here is Roma versus Napoli. This is a really good game. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think this is one of the games to look out for of the weekend. And it's a very tricky one because Roma in particular this season have been very kind of hot and cold. They haven't been really that impressive this season. Whereas Napoli, on the other hand, have been flying fantastically. They have been spectacular this season whatsoever. I don't know what's up with Napoli. Napoli just been so amazing. And they've been a fun team to watch this season. And Roma, on the other hand, they've been kind of hot and cold. My biggest issue with Roma is that they're capable of getting results, but they're just not clinical enough in the final third. That's really my biggest problem with them, and so forth. So I am going to go with Napoli to win this game. I feel like Napoli have been very good, and I just see them getting a win here, which would be massive for their chances to win this Serie A, because they're even title contenders. Which, if they win the league, man, that's going to be crazy. Insane. So I'm going to go with the 2-1 win for Napoli on the road. It should be very close, very exciting, but I think Napoli will just edge it out. And with Roma being in kind of poor form, I just don't see Roma really offering too much in the final third. I think Tammy Abraham's going to score the goal for them. I think Napoli is going to be Kavici is going to score, and I'm going to go with Simeone to score as well. Very good signing for Napoli as well. Moving on to the next game. The next game we have here is we have Betis versus Atletico Madrid. This is an interesting one. I think Atletico Madrid have been very interesting this season. They've been very peculiar this season, is the right word. They haven't really been that great this season by their standards. They did get a win, though, last weekend, I think, against Athletic Bilbao on the road, which was really interesting at the San Mamés Stadium. They usually don't do very well in, which I'm very impressed with. And as for Betis, they've been decently solid this season so far. I've been really impressed with what Betis has been doing this season. They've been cooking so far. I like what they've been doing. I just think, though, as good as Betis are, I do think Atletico is going to find a way to win this game. It's just the Atletico thing to do, and especially the fact it's on the road, it'll be very massive. Because I think Betis, if I'm not mistaken, I think they're in the top 4. They're like they've been great this season, I think. Let me just check what they are in the league table. They're 5th right now in the La Liga. Sorry, not top 4. But yeah, they've been great this season. 20 points, 6 wins, 2 draws, and 2 losses. And they're playing against Atletico Madrid. They're literally above them on the table just by 1 goal difference. Same amount of points as well. So I think this one's gonna be very interesting. I'm gonna say, it's a tricky one to call. Do I go with the draw or do I go with the Atletico win? I don't see Betis winning this game. I think I'm going to go with the draw. On this one. I'll play it safe. I'll go with the 1-1 draw. But I was really tempted to go with Atletico Madrid to win, but I don't know. I think Betis is just going to hold firm, especially because it's at home. But who knows? Atletico could very well win this game. I'm going to go with the 1-1 draw for this game. I think Betis, the goal scorer, is going to be Sergio Canales. I think he's going to score for them. And I think for Atletico Madrid, it's going to be Morata. I think Morata is going to do it. Okay, because Griezmann, Joao Felix is pretty much being left out. He's not going to play anymore. I think he's pretty much out of service at Atletico Madrid. And Griezmann, I just don't trust him. I just don't trust Griezmann. But Griezmann could score. Oh, man. Probably the biggest game of the weekend, guys. The biggest one. The most. This is good. This is the game that's going to create the most headlines for this weekend. I can guarantee you that. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Huge game. Because both teams have been great this season. Both teams have had a little rocky start to the season, but they've been improving so far. And I think it's a really interesting time that both teams are meeting. Obviously, for United, there's a lot of big news over the fact that our GOAT will not be playing this game. I don't think I need to mention his name. He's one of the greatest players in our current generation. He will not play this game. It's been confirmed yesterday that Erik ten Hag and the Manchester United board do not want him to play this game because he refused to be a substitute player, which is crazy in itself. I could do a separate video on that if you guys really want me to. But anyways, Getting back to the topic here, United have been great this season. Defensively, I think they've been solid this season. I think Lozano Martinez, Varane have had a great partnership at the back. I think David De Gea has been good as well. Malacia as well. Luke Shaw as well has been good. Dalot's been good. I think the only real problem they have with attack at United is just their attack. I think their attack is really the most underwhelming part of the team, and that's where I quite have my concern with them because in terms of goal scoring, I just don't really know because Martial, he's not really consistent. Rashford, he isn't that consistent. Anthony, and Bruno is hot and cold. I'm going to say this right now, guys. I don't think Bruno Fernandes is that good. Whereas for Chelsea, they've been great under Potter. I think Graham Potter is making this team look solid. Defensively, they've been great. Attacking wise, they've been decent as well. And it's kind of interesting because Chelsea don't really have a proper striker as well. Kai Havertz has been under scrutiny. Um, Kepa's been looking solid at the back and everything like that. I've been also impressed with Thiago Silva Koulibaly. And it's going to be very difficult. This is a very difficult game to call. Regardless, though, I think I find it interesting that in the last 4 EPL games between the two teams, all 4 of them have ended in draws, which I think is really interesting. And another fun fact for you guys, Chelsea haven't been united in the EPL since 2017. So it's going to be very interesting. I'm going to personally go with a draw. I just think the draw is just kind of like it just feels as though that draw is just made to happen. It just feels as though it's just inevitable. It's going to happen. And so forth. So I'm going to go with the 1-1 draw on this one. I just feel like for me, both teams are going to cancel each other out. I think Chelsea will score first in the game because it's at Stamford Bridge. I think United will score equalizers, though. My goal scorers in the day is going to be for Chelsea. I think Mount's going to score. He's been looking good so far these last couple of games. He's been kind of improving his form. And I think for United, I am going to go with Rashford. Something just tells me Rashford's going to score. I don't know why, but something just tells me that in my mind. Okay, should be interesting. And if you guys want, we could also do a combined 11 in the comment section below. You guys can do that in the comment section below, and I'll read some of the comments and see what you guys are saying. So you guys can do that. So, yeah. Anyways, moving on to the next game, the next one. The next one, we have Atalanta Lazio. This is a big one. This is a huge one in the Serie A. And this is a game that I'm going to be really interested to see what happens because Atalanta this season have been flying. They've been so good this season. They've been looking great. And the thing about Atalanta is that generally speaking, Atalanta has been a goal-scoring team, right? However, this season they've been a very more pragmatic approach. They haven't been as free-flowing as their attack used to be, and they've actually defended very well. They've got a really good defense record, and they've been very, very pragmatic. Whereas Lazio, on the other hand, have also been flying high as well. And this should be a really entertaining game. I think this will be a very cagey game, a very nervy game, very scrappy game, and I'm going to go with the draw. I'm going to go with another draw. I know I've been predicting a lot of draws in this episode, but I really just believe all these games all of them are really well balanced. And I just feel like this is another one that'll be well balanced. So I think I'm going to go with the draw for this one. Atalanta goal scorers, I think is going to be, I think Muriel is going to score, and I think for Lazio it's going to be Milinkovic-Savic. But Lazio there is a big news that Ciro Immobile will not play this game, which is a huge, huge blow for Lazio. So maybe Atalanta might win this game. You know what? Actually, I'm going to change my mind. I think it's going to be a win for Atalanta. I feel like with Ciro Immobile being out for Lazio, actually, let me just check. Is that true? Because sometimes, these things can happen. But yeah, I think he's injured. Let me check. Hold up. Is he injured? Yep, he's injured. Ciro Immobile is out, and I think it's a big, big blow. So I think Atalanta's going to win this game 1-0. And I think Muriel's going to score the only goal of the game. Okay, and now for the final game. The final game of the weekend. Probably the game that most people don't even know is going to happen. There's also another big game, by the way, later today. It's not in the top 5 leagues, but it's Porto versus Benfica. And my friend may potentially do a watch-along for the game, so I might join his watch-along for the game. Stay tuned for that. It's called Porto versus Benfica on the Matt's channel. Check his channel out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Anyways, a huge, huge game, so I'll see if I can be on there. But anyways, give him a subscription, guys, and join the live stream if he is going to stream. Anyways, getting back to this game. This one's a big one. Lille, Monaco. I think this is a huge, huge game in the sense that both teams, I think this is a huge game, huge decider for which team is going to get that European position. Preferably the Champions League spot. Maybe not Champions League, but maybe Europa League. Let's just say Europa League. And I feel like this season, both teams have been very underwhelming. Both teams have been kind of underwhelming for what we expect from them. Monaco, they have a great start. It's just a team, and it's crazy that they're actually able to do well against the teams that they should, and the teams that you expect them to struggle against, like the likes of PSG, and everything like that. But when it comes to teams that they should be beating, they lost to Roma to I think Reims. What other teams they lost to? They've been their form has been kind of underwhelming. So yeah, I'm looking at the players that I'm looking at not players, sorry, standings, and I'm actually let me look at the games they lost. So yeah, coming into this game, they lost to they tied a Clement Fort, they lost to Trabzonspor in the Europa League, and um then they lost to Reims at home. Sorry, they won at Reims at home. Sorry, they lost to a Lens at home, which is kind of sad. Troy's at home. Like it's Monaco's a very funky team. Like they've been very hot and cold. 6 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Whereas with Lille, they're pretty much in a similar record as well. 6 wins, 1 draw, 4 losses. Coming into this game, they just won against Strasbourg 3 goals to 0 on the road. They also beat Lens as well, and they also lost to Marseille. So it's going to be very interesting. Let me look at the head-to-head record between the two teams because this is a very difficult one to call. Very difficult one to call. I think I'm gonna go with a. Actually, let me look at the head-to-head real quick. Let me look at the head-to-head real quickly. So Lille, Monaco. Um, and yeah, so Monaco's actually got the better head-to-head with 10 wins, and Lille with 5 wins. So props to Monaco, man. Props to Monaco. I think I'm gonna go with Monaco to win this game though. Just because of the fact I feel like they've been very good, and Bolo I think has been great for them. And Lille have a lot of suspensions, like Jose Fonte suspended for the game, Benjamin Andre suspended, and for Monaco you have Mohamed Kamara. So yeah, I think Jonathan Davis is going to score for Lille, and I think Mbolo will score. And I have a feeling that guy yet again, Yusuf Ben Yedder is going to score. Yusuf Ben Yedder, man, he just loves to score for them in the league. So yeah, Wissam Ben Yedder, man. Wissam Ben Yedder. So I think that's going to be it for today. My preview for the top 5 games this weekend. I know there's a lot more games to discuss, but these are the 5 that came. These are the 5 that are the best to me this weekend. So I want you guys to comment down below. What are the 5 games you think are the best this weekend? Remember, guys, to vote in the community poll. Remember, guys, to subscribe if you know and like this video and enjoy. Comment down below in the comment section below. And if you made it all the way far to this video, tell me which will there be a surprise result of the 5 games I predict. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.